Yo, what's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back today with the 12th episode of my Northwestern Dynasty in NCAA Football 14 at Iowa, taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes in a Big Ten game, our third Big Ten game of the season. And Iowa's coming into this game with a record of 4-3 overall, 1-2 in the Big Ten, coming off a 27-17 loss to Ohio State. So they had the same fate we did when we took on the Buckeyes, and we're going to be moving the ball up the field on the first possession. It seems like every single game this season, the first possession, we're moving the ball up the field and usually scoring first, as Kane Coulter is going to drop back and find Pierre Youngblood, and my wacky controller messes up and has me hurdling for no reason. And we're going to score here across the middle. I'm sorry for the lackluster video clip there of the touchdown. I forgot to hit the record button before I went ahead and scored that touchdown, so I had to show you guys the replay on that. Just a mistake that I seem to make way too often, forgetting to record, because I do break down my recordings usually in different clips just because they're easier to manage. But anyway, I mentioned Iowa is coming off a loss to Ohio State. They're not such a bad team, though. They're 36 in the country with 27.9 points per game, and then 20th in the country in defense, only allowing 18.4 points a game. But you know we are putting up points on the board every single weekend, and our offense has been clicking. As you see, Iowa's going to take cut the lead down to 4, so it's 7-3, and we're going to get a studio update. Just a Big Ten update, but there's going to be another studio update towards the end of the video that has some huge surprises as far as the scores go, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But you see, we're coming into this game ranked number 21 in the country, so we're moving on up after taking a slight fall after losing to Ohio State. But we're now 6-1 overall, 2-1 in the Big Ten, coming off back-to-back wins against Wisconsin and Minnesota. And our defense is still staying strong. Of course, the offense is putting up points like Mike Trumpy is going to go ahead and do there. But the defense still ranked number 1 in the nation in yards allowed per game and number 2 in scoring defense points per allowed per game. So 205 yards allowed and 14.1 points per game goes for number 1 and number 2 in the nation. So pretty impressive for the Northwestern Wildcats, as we are just trying to battle back up into the top 10. And I mentioned there's going to be some game break crazy scores that you're going to see, a couple upsets. One that you won't see that I thought I'd mention is number 4 Oregon end up losing their first game to number 12 UCLA 34-33. So that's a big win for UCLA, who lost earlier in the season to Nebraska, which is a team I want to talk about here in a moment, because they're number 3 in the country, and that's who we face next week. And I'm not trying to look too far ahead here. As you see, we are up 14-3 in the third quarter, just trying to burn some clock, get down the field, and we're going to make another crucial turnover here. Too many turnovers. I'm beating the drum week in and week out, but just too many turnovers by Kane Coulter, definitely ruining his hopes for a Heisman Trophy. But the top 3 teams in the country are the only undefeated teams left after this week, and that's going to be number 1 Virginia Tech, number 2 Ohio State, and number 3 Nebraska, who again I mentioned that we have next week, and I'm definitely looking forward to that game. We kind of have a chance to redeem ourselves after literally dropping the ball. Actually, no, because we didn't drop the ball. We threw the ball to the other team. But when we took on Ohio State, definitely blew chances to move up into the top 10. So here's another opportunity, and we cannot let that one slip away like we did against Ohio State. As again, you see, we're just moving the ball up the field, this time at the very end of the third quarter, moving on into the fourth, just trying to burn clock. And another crucial turnover is going to happen, as this time Kane Coulter drops the ball instead of throwing it to the other team, and Iowa still has hope, only down 11 points, moving up the field, as they're going to take it right around to about the 35-yard line. So again, we've been doing this lately. Let's talk about Northwestern in real life. They are still undefeated. 2 not so impressive wins, but they are putting up a ton of points on the board since I've last talked to you guys, they've had wins against Western Michigan 38-17 and then Maine 35-21. They're averaging 41.3 points per game. Again, this is real life. This is not my dynasty. So very impressive by Northwestern. They have a bye week this coming Saturday, but after that, the big game that I lost in my season against Ohio State, and I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm definitely going to be watching it. I'll probably be on Twitter live tweeting while I'm watching it, because it's going to be the Saturday night ABC game, it looks like, again, going against Ohio State, who has a tough matchup in Wisconsin this week. So it'll be interesting to see if Ohio State can stay undefeated, beat Wisconsin this weekend, and then they'll have to go to Northwestern for a battle of two undefeated teams. Again, it's on ABC next Saturday night at 8 o'clock. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. That link is down below in the description of this video. I'm going to be live tweeting from that game. I'm pretty excited about it. I'll be rooting for Northwestern. And here are the two game updates that you're going to see. Number 4, Miami goes down, as well as number 2, Oklahoma State. So that allowed those 3 teams that I mentioned to sneak into the top 3. And again, they're the only 3 undefeated teams left in the nation. So this one's wrapping up. We went up 21-9 as Iowa did end up scoring, which I didn't mention, and then failing on their 2-point conversion, and then we moved the ball right down the field, killed some clock, put up 7, and now we're going to seal the deal with an interception there. And this one's over. We are going to improve to 7-1, 3-1 in the Big Ten, and again, a huge game against Nebraska next week, and then a week after that we're probably going to do a recruiting video, since it's been a while since we've done that. Check out some stats, some leaders, top 25 stuff, Heisman stuff, all that good stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back with another episode pretty soon. I won't leave you hanging for too long again like I did last time, and make sure you click that thumbs up. It's Popular Stranger. Peace.